episode of the Afterwork Anime Club podcast. I am your main host, Luulu Soul, and joining me today again is...
You've got Ninja, or Ninja Twan.
And you do a lot of streaming, and you make YouTube videos as well, right?
That's correct. I have a YouTube channel, and all the channels are just there's like / Ninja Twan. That's YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, all the things.
All the socials. Find him. I'm Luulu Soul everywhere. He is Ninja Twan everywhere. So today's episode oh goodness, words are hard. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at the fall season of anime because, well, the summer season's almost over. Pumpkin spice is in the air, and I've seen Ugg boots, so we are raring to go.
Speaking of pumpkin spice, my wife thinks I am obsessed with pumpkin spice. And not that I hate it, because I don't, but I definitely prefer apples over pumpkins, and it bothers me so much.
I have to get at least one pumpkin spice latte every season from Starbucks. Once I have my one, I'm usually okay with like making dupes at home, but I get my at least one.
Oh no, so you're part of the problem.
What? No. What? Look, it's not a problem. It's a hobby.
Fair enough.
Solution. Okay, so what Ninja and I have done is we've taken a look at myanimelist.net and we've kind of made a collection of basically anime that we like, anime that we don't like, and we're just going to talk about it. It's low-key. It's just, I like predicting if anime is going to be like the next anime of the season, that one anime that everybody is going to be talking about. I like finding the hidden gem and seeing if I'm right or not.
For me, it's like comfort food, right? I'm always waiting to see like what anime did I love 5 years ago that it's coming back that's going to be good or not good. So that's where I'm at with this.
Oh, so you like looking at the returning seasons. I like looking at the brand new stuff.
No, I'm interested in like what's new as well. But when you're saying like what's going to be the best anime of the season, I'm looking at the list and I'm like, I've got 5 that are like probably just better than everything, but I'm hoping for some standout new stuff.
So I actually for once have some returning seasons on my list that I really want to watch. There are also some that I really want to talk about today.
Okay, let's do it. You want to start off with your first? I don't have them in any order for me, by the way. These are just, there's 5 of them and they're just written down. So.
Okay, well, first off, the anime that is going to this anime, it's going to either retake the anime world by storm, or it is going to dip straight into cancel culture, and I'm not sure which way it's going to go. It is a returning anime from my childhood, and that is Ranma 1/2.
Yeah, I saw that, and you had mentioned Ranma recently, and I never really got into it, but I put it on a list to like go back and re-watch because I think I watched a little bit of it, and I'm hoping it's good because like one of my top 5 is also an anime that returned but is doing extremely well. So I'm with you. Hopefully you get what you're wishing for.
See, the thing, so Ranma 1/2, it's written by the same mangaka that wrote Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.
It's older than Inuyasha, but this is an anime about basically a bunch of characters have gone training for martial arts in a very specialized training center in China, full of all of these pools where people have drowned in them, and if you fall into one of the pools, you get cursed by the spirit. And whenever you are hit with either hot or cold water, you change form. The main character, Ranma 1/2, happened to fall into Pool of Drowned Girl. It's a slapstick rom-com. At the time that it was coming out, it played with gender in ways that just were not even on the table yet. The awakening that this show probably had for so many people, like there is just like all bets are off. But it also had a little perverted old man that liked to steal teenage girls' panties. So
very reminiscent of the 80s
yes,
anime.
I don't know if the old man is even going to be in this or not. I don't really see him. Oh, yes, I do. He's out there in the corner. But so I'm really curious to see if something that was so iconic when it was coming out will make similar or the same waves in this new age of anime viewers.
If you want my opinion, I think that because of the way, and again, we talked about it last time, right? Like, Japan doesn't care what America thinks or any other country for that matter. They're just going to do what they're going to do. I think that culturally they're probably going to change some stuff to kind of make it updated, but I don't know. They didn't really change Master Roshi much in Dragon Ball, so
I heard he got a little
I
bit
guess we'll
better.
see if they keep that
I heard he
humor.
got a little bit better.
He did. They found some nudie magazines in his house. No big deal. Nothing crazy like before
And
though.
so when I'm saying like whether it's going to do well or fall into cancel culture, it also we have to keep in mind that anime that do really well in America might not necessarily be anime that do well in other countries. So I'm talking mostly about what we're going to see. Just I don't know. It's kind of muddled because it's the internet, but what is one that you've got that you're looking at?
All right, so first we're gonna start with the one that you already know that I've been waiting for. We've talked about it. Zero.
Ah.
This anime is so good. Yes, I know you have your qualms with it, and we could talk about that for a
Well,
little
we're
bit.
gonna have
But
an entire
I just want
separate episode, because I am going to be going back and rewatching ReZero season one.
I'll rewatch it with you. That would make me so happy because it's so good. ReZero, just a quick synop, is about a person that was reincarnated. He got truck summoned, and his special power for being reincarnated is that if he dies, he gets a checkpoint, so he can come back to life at that checkpoint, and kind of like he has like time to try to fix his mistakes to get a better outcome of the situation. But unlike most anime protagonists or main characters, they have usually no negatives to those abilities, whereas our main character in ReZero has like the worst negative, which is he remembers every single death. So it helps him to be able to fix a situation that he may have caused or may have happened around him to save someone's life. But the ramifications of each restart start to take a toll on him. And instead of them, keeping the character happy-go-lucky because of this, they actually show the emotional and mental repercussions. And then later down the line, when you watch, there's other stuff that happens because of this, but no spoilers. Yeah, I love the show. When it came out the first year, it won awards, and I think the last season wasn't as strong as the first two. We were in season 3, yeah, the first two, but I'm hoping they come out the gate because now we're at a point where we're past kind of like world building and now moving into the next part of like hopefully more action and more of the struggles he's been going through. So I'm excited.
I am much less excited about this one. If I had, yeah, um, but oh, sorry. And okay, what's your next one?
My next one, because we were talking about older anime, is Bleach Thousand Year Blood War.
Okay.
This anime I watched when it was coming out. It's like 20 years old, to date myself a little bit. But this is back when like anime subs was huge because like we weren't getting new episodes in America, and you wanted to see whatever was coming out. I watched this, I think, my overnight job when they were coming out fresh off the net. Like, loved Bleach minus like all the fillers and stuff that it had. Jump to 3 years ago, they came back with a resurgence of the show, and its first season was insanely good. And I've kind of, since Bleach kind of fell off, I've fallen off of shonen. Like, I will watch good shonen, but I tend to stay away from it because they're all very samey. But for some reason, I cannot stop watching this show, and I'm so glad it's back.
Speaking of older shows that are returning, I actually have one that's on my list that I think we both share.
Yeah, which one?
Dragon Ball Daima.
Yes, I'm excited for this one too. It comes at a really good time too because Dragon Ball Sparking Zero comes out in the same month on the 10th of October as the show releases, which is really cool.
What is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero?
So it's a reimagining of the old Dragon Ball Z Budokai series games. They're like a 2D fighter that was made
Yeah,
like in a 3D plane, you know?
I know the Budokai games.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Come
like
on,
they
come on.
remade Budokai, but like for today, and it
Okay.
looks insane. I pre-ordered. I can't wait.
So I actually I fell off Super fairly heavily, so I haven't seen most of Super, but I don't. I'm just gonna jump in to Daima, and either it's gonna confuse the heck out of me, and I'm gonna have to go back and catch up on Super first, or I'm going to be absolutely perfectly fine and just enjoy this new one because it looks like a treat.
So, do you care about Dragon Ball Z story at all? Like what's
Ish.
actually like what's going on like with the characters and stuff? If you do, go watch Super first. And it's not a
Okay.
long watch. Super, because they, after Dragon Ball Kai came out and it got a great reception of like less filler, shorter length arcs. They got really good at telling the stories without being long-winded, so it's not hard to get into. But from what I understand, you'll need that story to go to Daima because Daima is essentially like the reimagining of GT, from what I understand, because everybody's kids again. So then that's what happened to Goku in Dragon Ball GT. So to
Okay. Well,
understand the, sorry.
it starts on October 11th, so I've got some time to catch up.
Yeah, just I mean, if not for anything, to understand like why is everybody turning blue? Why is he orange? What's going on with this person? Why is that
That's
person still
fair.
alive? It would definitely help because they're going to continue growing from Super in this show, from what I understand.
Okay.
My next one is kind of a new. I say newish, but not really newish because it's going on season 5. But because of the way that they have people have been buying the rights to this show, have moved it from like platform to platform to platform, is Don Machi, or is it okay to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is an anime that started off on Crunchyroll for season 1 and season 2. Hulu picked it up, so like Disney, Fox, everybody picks it up, and then season 1 gets pulled from Crunchyroll, and they only have season 2. And season 1 and 2 is on Hulu. Then season 3 is on Crunchyroll, and season 4 is on High Dive. And now nobody knows where to watch this damn show. But
Oh, that's obnoxious.
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if you've caught up with the show or have watched much of it, but in the last season, it ended in a way that kind of like made me feel like how the first half of Sword Art Online was, where like who's not gonna make it. So I'm really excited to see like how it progresses because the show kind of got a little too, and I enjoy fan service, but it went from like action with some, fan service to fan service with some action. So they finally flip flopped, and now I'm waiting to see what happens.
I watched season 1 of How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, and then there was such a long gap between season 1 and season 2 that I never picked it back up again.
So that was the thing, that there was no actual gap. I think it was like year 1, and then they skipped a year, and then year 2. But because the show moved from the platform, is why it seemed like there was huge gaps.
Okay, well, it felt like it was like 5 years between the two seasons.
Yeah, because nobody knew where to find it to watch it. That's the craziest thing. But yeah, that's my third. Yeah, third. What do
Okay,
you
so
got
I've
next?
I've got an anime, another. God, what is it? I wanted to do new stuff. I guess this will just be like the returning fall anime predictions because I don't think we've talked about anything new yet. So maybe I'll have to do a new one with someone else.
I have a new one on my list actually, but we'll get to it.
Beastars. The final season of Beastars is coming out.
This is an anime I have not gotten into yet. I need to.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. More so because of the online presentation of Beastars people kept giving, and how quickly it became a, for lack of a better term, part of the furry culture, and like how people presented it as like you shouldn't watch this kind of thing. And
Oh my god.
yeah, it was really bad. It like if you spend any time on the internet when Beastars was new, you see some really dumb stuff. And
Okay,
so
first off, sorry, go ahead.
no, and I kind of avoided it because it was more of a meme than anything. I was like, you know what, I'll get to this one day, and I just never did.
So, yes, Beastars is big in the furry community. It's literally a furry anime. Um, I'm I don't know, furry adjacent with it's this neko mimi. I don't know. There's a word for it. What that's yes, it is an anime about furries with furry characters, and furries love this anime. But it's so well done. It's not even a but. It's so well done. The animation is crisp. The storyline is engaging. Like, look, if you liked Ray Zero, you will like Beastars.
Okay, fair enough.
It's
I'll take your word on that one.
I don't really know the best way to describe it because it is a very unique experience. I didn't like season 2 as much as I liked season 1, but season 1 was a roller coaster ride. So
I'm on Netflix right now, and I'm adding it to my list. I will have it watched shortly.
in fact, I will probably be trying to rewatch all of it to prepare for this final season because I am just that excited.
Nice.
So what do you have next?
Okay, so we'll go with the new one this time, so we can switch it up. This one is new. They just had a like a movie release, but it was like episode 1 and 2, I believe. Is Dan Da Dan, which is
Yes.
a horror anime, and I am super, super, super hyped for this one. It's like a horror shonen, and I don't know what to think about it yet because like they don't always get it right, but like, you know, we've had really good luck with like Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that like they put out a really good show, and because I know nothing about it, I didn't read the manga, so I'm going in this completely blind. I'm just excited to see like what this team can do. The trailer animations look fantastic, and yeah, I'm just really, really hype on this one. And by the way, I'm pretty sure these are the guys that made Devilman Crybaby, so I'm even more hyped because I know that their studio is crazy.
So I've read some pages of a comic. Like it showed up on my TikTok a while back, and it was enough to get me really excited about it. However, if I'm correct, this is going to be a comedy horror anime.
I heard it was a shonen, but I don't know.
Well,
So
I mean, it's probably also shonen, but shonen is just anime that is geared towards teenage boys.
oh, come on now, that's
That is literally what shonen is.
I know, but don't disrespect me like that, okay?
No,
I'm just kidding.
shonen is amazing, but like that's so calling something a shonen is just the age demographic that it is usually geared towards, which is why a lot of shonen anime are like coming of age, coming into yourself type stories.
No. I get it. And I totally understand that part. But when, like, if I'm talking to like a, do we call them normies or like non-anime people, right?
I would just say people who don't understand, who don't watch anime.
I yeah, I usually describe anime like Dragon, anything like Power Up type anime, because those are typically shonen. That's usually what they fall under, like Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, things
Well,
like
those
that.
are, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We like that's also another way to describe quote power up or power fantasy anime. So I don't say yeah. I don't say
A
like
lot
this is
of a lot of isekai aren't shonen though.
right, but but because they're a different world, they're just considered isekai. But they'll say isekai shonen as well. So like, it's like a toting the line type thing. But generally, if you see a shonen, you know, like, oh, okay. Like Blue Lock, for example, is a soccer anime, but that's also a shonen, right? So
Well, yeah, Death Note is also a shonen.
technically, sure.
No, it is a shonen.
No.
I
I'm not
don't
arguing. I'm not arguing.
think it really should have been in Shonen Jump. I think it is for a little bit of an older audience, so I'm surprised it got popular. But whereas like Kaiju number 8 would be a seinen, which is
Because they're older folks.
right.
Correct.
It's anime geared toward, just like shoujo is geared towards teenage girls in content, whereas josei, JOSEI, is geared more towards like adults.
Yeah, no, I totally, like I said, I totally understand that. But whenever I'm talking about people, normies, regular people, right? Not people on the podcast talking about anime. Usually, like because like that's just how my brain's wired. Like, oh, it's shonen, it's cool. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, Goku. Like, go watch
But
that.
as in Dan to Dan, if we go down in Crunchyroll, it is listed under genres as action, comedy, and supernatural. The demographic shonen. So,
Yeah. No, I get it.
But my point was, it's like you mentioned that it's going to be a horror anime, which I think you are correct. It is going to be, but it is also going to be a comedy.
And that's fine. Like, I'm
Which-
cool with it having, like, that's fine. But I'm expecting dark, gritty, you know, the animation style, if you've watched the trailer, looks intense. I'm just hyped for it.
Well, I'm actually surprised since you went into the horror track that you don't have, or maybe you do have, Uzumaki, Spiral into Horror on there.
That's in my trash anime pile.
It's in your trash anime? The king of horror manga
The
is
king
in
of-
your trash?
Hold on. The king of horror manga is in my,
Okay,
yes.
yeah, the horror manga, yes.
Yes, in my
Is
anime
in your trash pile.
My anime trash pile, yes. Because so I have the manga Uzumaki on my shelf over here. I've got the hardcover. I've got a couple of his books. Like, I am a fan. The problem is that when you give that manga to a studio, we talked about it earlier. Like, what are 5 probably mess? This is one of my mess because we don't know, and like it's gonna. I assume it's gonna be predominantly black and white. Like, how are they gonna get these feelings across? Because the book was creepy, like super creepy. So while I'm expectant, I also don't want to get my my hype level up because, you know,
Did you watch the trailer?
I did not want to.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
did.
wait for it to come out.
I haven't read it yet. I've got it on my shelf, but I haven't read it yet. But I will say, just from the trailer, it gave me the creepy crawlies. It's on my list as it's either going to be gold or it's going to be a flop.
Right, and that's where I have it too. Exactly where I have it too. I would suggest reading the book because, man, that thing is creepy. Especially if you get immersed.
So that's all I have for like hard, like these are the anime that are in my sights. But I
Really?
also have other anime that's like I'm gonna watch it or this caught my interest because of X.
Oh, hang on, you're missing a banger. There's an
missing-
absolute banger on this list that you've not seen.
Okay.
So much like, and I don't know if you've watched it, but did you watch Shield Hero at all?
I watched it until I got bored.
Okay, well, you know, fair enough. It's not for everybody. And Shield Hero does have a lot of lulls in it, which I totally get. But there's an anime that was parallel to that one at the time of release, and it's called Ari Fuerta. Have you ever heard of it?
I have heard of it. I haven't seen a single thing about it.
So, and I'll tell you why. It has the same Danmachi problem, where if you didn't know where to find it, you couldn't. Originally, it aired on Hulu, and you couldn't find it anywhere else, unless I guess you were looking for it like specifically online to pirate, whatever. Ari Fuertes is like kind of like Shield Hero, but like on another kind of level where Shield Hero is like, okay, we're going to be kind of nasty about the people that hurt us. Like, we're kind of like working those problems out. in Ari Fuerta, it's more like I'm going to work it out on their face. And
Yep.
yeah. So, quick synopsis is that the main character and his party are fighting, and they're on a bridge. These people are all in a class that are isekai together, and they all have different powers. Our MC, like most anime of this nature, his powers are not very strong. So they're in a situation that's very dire, and they're about to die. And one of his classmates pines to sacrifice him to quote unquote save everybody else, when in reality there's a girl that he likes that likes the other guy instead, and he's trying to get rid of the competition. So he essentially falls to his death. Well, he survives the fall and starts eating monsters while he's down there, and in doing that he gains new abilities. So the anime stems from him kind of like working his way from like the dredges of the bottom of this dungeon and becoming super strong, and then emerging as a hero essentially. And as it kind of unfolds, like there's bigger plots around the world. It is harem-ish, and because of the people that stick to him because he's so strong, whatever. There is definitely fan service, and it is. I'll say seinen. I always said this wrong. Seinen. Yeah. It is an adult anime. It's not like hentai or anything crazy like that, but they do have like adult themes and stuff like that. So one that I watch, I don't consider it the top tier anime. It's also one of those anime I like guilty pleasure kind of thing, but compared to the other ones that I saw on the list, this was one that stood out to me because I have enjoyed it, and I have an honorable mention, but we can get to that in our next section.
All right. Did you have any other in your top 5?
I mean, so that was my top 5, but I had an honorable mention, which is Shangri-La Frontier. I don't know if you've heard of that one.
Oh, I've seen a few episodes. So is it getting a season 2, or is it just continuing?
It's season 2. So
Oh, wow.
season 1 went to 24, I think, and we thought it was going to end at 12, and then we got an announcement mid-season, like during the mid-season break, that it was actually going to continue, which nobody expected. One second, let me just pull this up real quick. And so we got, let's see, 25 episodes. And then, like, we thought, like, okay, this is going to go on hiatus for a couple of years because, it's very high anime production. Like, the animation, top tier. Voice acting, top tier. The storyline, great. I'd put it, like, in a high tier. I'm in a VR MMO game setting, like, is, like, top tier. It doesn't have, like... Salvo
Shark, this man's name has changed so many times. Distracted Shark and I watched, I think, the first 3, maybe 4 episodes of Shangri-La Frontier and really enjoyed it. We just haven't gotten back to it yet.
But okay. Yeah, that's one that kind of was on my honorable mentions. But that's it for my top 5.
Okay. Now, did you have any that was just like, maybe this will be interesting, maybe it won't?
I have a bunch, but I can just rattle those off. We don't have to go into like detail on them.
Yes, so we'll go into rapid fire where I'll do one and then you'll do one. And if we both have it on the list, we'll be like, all right, same.
Cool.
So like this one I put a lot of thought into. Actually, I put so much thought into, and that is Astaire 2, Mirai no Mukashi Banashi.
Oh yeah.
Because it's by Toei Animation.
Yeah, that's the one that you had mentioned. Yeah, okay.
That's it. That's the only reason. It has a pretty picture up top. It looks interesting, and it's by Toei Animation.
So one of mine is Blue Exorcist Season 2. Because from what I understand, it's the actual Season 2. Which, if it is, that's very exciting.
Okay. Another one I've got is Blue Box, Ao no Hako. It looks like your everyday, really cute rom-com. Like, I'm going to hope this has a dub, and this is going to be the anime that I have in the background while I do art.
Good luck with the dub.
Sometimes I get my dubs.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Good luck, because like I know sometimes it happens, and sometimes it's like months later. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's on release.
All right, what have you got next?
Now it says second season. I don't think I watched the first season, but Tensei Kizoku, Kente Skill De Nagagaru, second season. It's based off of a light novel. It's another reincarnation anime. I'm just excited. I like reincarnation anime, isekai anime, because it always comes with some kind of comedy and some kind of like weird, like it's either like harem or rom-com type thing. So they just kind of like pull me in, at least in the beginning. If they don't make me laugh or have great action, then I just turn it off. So we'll see.
Fair, fair. And then let's see. Next, I have How I Attended an All Guys Mixer.
I did not see that one. That sounds insane.
It just let's see. Is it BL? Let's see.
Oh,
Comedy
yeah.
romance.
It's
a web
reverse.
manga.
It's cross-dressing and reverse harem, I think.
It does say cross-dressing, but that could mean anything. I'm hoping it's a BL. All right, I'm hoping it's a BL. It's not a reverse harem, because the main character's a dude and he thinks he's going to a mixer and it's an all guys mixer. So.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm excited about that one. Okay, what have you got next?
My next one is Amagami-san. And that one just looked interesting. It's a harem anime, and it's a shonen. So, we'll see how it goes.
This is in my list of trash.
Yeah, this is essentially what we're talking about right now.
This is my popcorn anime of choice.
Yeah, I think these will be okay, but I don't have high hopes for them.
Oh snap! So by the cover art, I would have sworn this would be a shoujo, but it's a shonen.
Yeah, it's a shonen.
Huh.
He's a medical school student, which should be interesting.
Let's see. Another one that I've got is this one actually could be the breakout anime of the season.
Okay.
And that is Negative Positive Angler.
Oh, the fishing anime.
Right. It's about this dude who's super depressed, burdened with debt, told he's only got 2 years to live. He falls into the sea, and then he's rescued by friends, and then he starts fishing. This is either going to be hot garbage, or this is going to be the anime that everybody is talking about.
There's an anime that came out. I think it's on season 2, but it's it's 5 girls, and they get lost at sea or something like that, and they end up camping on an island. That's what this reminds me of. And that anime, I was I don't think I can watch this. Maybe I'll give this one a try though, because it sounds like it's a comfortable watch. So we'll see how it goes. The plot is ridiculous though. I'm already laughing. My next one is Hitoribachi no Isekai Goyurku, which is this guy who gets isekai, of course. Like I said, these are all my, as you call them, popcorn anime. He gets isekai with his class, but instead of getting assigned a talent or something, when you get isekai, they get to select talents. So but he's the last person in line. So when he gets to pick his, he gets whatever's left over, and he's got to survive with all these weird traits. So I'm interested to see how that one turns out.
Hey, Sean, do you want to come here and pronounce this anime for me? All right, I'm calling Jonah. I'm calling the husbando over. He's much better at Japanese than I am. He's going to pronounce my next one for me.
Nice.
Speaking to the mic.
It's pronounced, will employees please wash their hands before leaving the restroom?
No, it's not.
You're welcome.
It's right there on the screen.
Very nice. Very nice translation.
Tohai ura rate mahjong tohai roku.
Thank you. One day I'm going to get you on this podcast.
You did, just now. You're welcome.
No, as a guest. I've been trying. Okay, but this one, it's a mahjong anime.
I saw that one too, and I'm interested.
It's a mahjong anime, and the cover is super serious business looking. I am expecting Death Note levels of action and serious businessness, but over mahjong.
So Blue Lock, but Mahjong.
Oh, yes, psychological strategy game, drama, suspense. Yeah, this is. I am hyped for this one.
I'm
I'm
weirded out
hyped
by
for
how
Mahjong.
serious it sounds.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's one that I had on my list as well. So yeah, we meet up on that one. I do have one more though, and this one's
I've got
interesting because
two.
it's a rom-com. It looks like.
Okay.
It is called Kimi wa Meiro-sama. It's
Okay.
it's essentially this student's living alone, and then random ex heroine knocks on the door and's like, "Yeah, I want to be your maid." And
Okay.
eventually, she reveals that she's a former assassin. So the plot sounds just dumb enough to be great anime. So hopefully that one works out.
Okay. The next one I've got is Trillion Game.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too.
It looks like it was probably an older manga that is being finally turned into an anime. And it's by Studio Madhouse. And it either looks like it's another one. Like, so many anime, like, I'm like, this looks interesting, but it's either going to be really engaging and fun to watch, or it's going to be so incredibly boring I can't keep my eyes open.
Yeah, and what's weird is because we were just talking last week about how it would be nice for more anime to be on the seinen side, and we're getting it this season. But it's like that's the reason why, like, that most anime is based off of high school, because that's like, the best time to be alive, and that's where
I
everything
disagree.
happens in your life. Well, obviously for people, not everybody feels that way, but that's why they animate a lot of high school stuff, because that is like your golden years. But like I enjoy when they bring it into like more adult. But the thing is, in Japan, adults are fairly boring. Unfortunately, they're all very much like in their job and very much business people, and that's why like a lot of these anime that are more adult, like the one you mentioned before, was it you that said Kekon Surete or whatever? Like that's co-workers traveling together. This one is an entrepreneurial anime. It's just, it doesn't seem as fun, and it's upsetting because like I think
I
adults can have fun too.
I don't know if I agree with the idea that Japanese adults are boring. Because we just spent the last like hour talking about a whole bunch of things created by Japanese adults.
But that's what they've said themselves, is that the reason why that they focus on high school and younger years is because those are like the best years of their lives. Because everybody else, like, they're like, yeah, we're adults, like we go to the office and we work and we work and we work and we work. So that's why a lot of these more adult anime, like everybody's like either broke and needs a job or has a job and doesn't want to be broke.
I don't know. I think that might be a topic for another podcast, but
For sure.
I don't entirely agree.
Oh, it's okay. Like, we were allowed to disagree.
However, I do have one last anime, and that is Yokai Gakko no Sensei Hajimemashita.
Ah, very nice. Yeah, I saw this one too.
So this one, I don't think I'm going to like this one at all, but I do think it is going to be popular. That's gonna be it for me, fam.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah, so what about any of you guys watching? What is on your list of the top 5 wins and the top 5 duds, or the weird in-betweens? And drink water and stuff.
Lots
Anyway.
of water.
See you guys next week. Bye.
See ya.